Well guys, happy Saturday and welcome back to the channel. Not sure if you can tell, but I got a little tan. I've been on vacation in Miami, that's why I've been absent. I had a lot of fun and I gotta take vacations too. Today I thought it'd be fun because today is the 3-year anniversary of when I bought my C5Z, and I thought it'd be fun to do a 3-year review on the C5. I'm gonna cover a few things: reliability, fun/entertainment factor, resale value, practicality, mods, how easy they are, and what I've done in a nutshell. Maintenance, and would I buy the C5Z again? So let's go ahead, hop in the car, and go for a little drive, and we'll talk about it. And if you're new to the channel, and anything you see my interior or mods I go over, you got questions about, there's a really good chance in my library I got a video on it, and feel free to ask me a question in the comments below. The last week, like I said, I've been on vacation. I have like 50 comments I gotta get caught up on. Questions. I'll get to it when I get to it. I am loving this Hurst MGW Viper shift knob situation, by the way. I think it's the best way to go. Alright, so the C5 Corvette, being that this car, geez, if you get a 97, this thing's what, 26 years old, which is pretty incredible. It's actually an antique car from Virginia. You wouldn't even have to inspect it anymore, which is pretty cool. With that being said, reliability is a big thing. A lot of people ask, how reliable is the C5 Corvette? Now, bell curve, it's a very reliable car. I've had no issues with this car. Again, I've done a lot of maintenance to it. When I got it, I knew what I was getting into. With that being said, it's been a rock star. I beat the crap out of it and just takes it. Now, don't assume just because I said that, you're gonna go find a C5 Corvette and it's gonna be amazing. You're still gonna have problems in the margins. You gotta know what to look for. But if you're mechanically inclined and you're not afraid of working with your hands and doing DIY, this is a very rewarding car. Reliability, if you have an issue, most things you can YouTube and fix yourself outside of removing the transmission and or clutch. It's not bad, it's not too scary, it really isn't. This is a very simple platform once you get used to it, so don't let that scare you. But I would say, given the age of the C5 platform, it's a very simple platform. I say that from my perspective, but it really is. It is very, very reliable. In the condition this car is in right now, would have no issues at all driving this thing across country, just doing some fluid checks, leak checks, check the tires. Outside of that, I would have no issues driving this guy 1,000 miles tomorrow. None at all. And the LS platform, LS1 through LS7, LS9, very, very reliable. Again, there are some issues, but it's in the margins. If I were to give a C5 Corvette a reliability scale 1 to 10, 10 being the most reliable, I would say it's a solid 8.5. There are some weird gremlins. Just search weird issues to the C5 Corvette, you'll find them. But like I said, those can be rectified in an afternoon using a YouTube video. All right. Second topic of discussion here, the fun/entertainment value of the C5 Corvette. This car is a hoot. It sounds amazing. It's fun to roll through the gears. It sits perfect. It feels like a race car. And it feels more like a race car in a lot of sense than my C8 does. It just does. People like give rides and they love it. It just sounds, like I said, it sounds amazing. I do have aftermarket bits on it, which I'll get to in a minute. Take it all day. I can just beat on this thing and just takes it. No issues at all. No drama. Outside of the occasional service active handling, which I'll get like once a month, randomly turn the car off, back on, and it goes away. I feel like it does that more in cold weather. This car is just a hoot. I love it. A lot of fun. And it still garners just some attention. Not quite like my C8, but people that know the C5 or Corvettes in general that know of C5Z, they love it. A lot of thumbs up and stuff. It's pretty cool. I do appreciate that. Yeah, a lot of fun. This thing is dirty right now, but washed up, it still gets a lot of thumbs up and waves, which is pretty freaking cool. I'm just taking kind of an easy drive today, not gonna womp on it too much. Just talking, just a little talking video. All right, next topic, resale value. This is also a question I get quite a bit. I think these things hit rock bottom. The lowest we're gonna go is probably 2019. Like I said, I bought this thing 3 years ago to the day for $15,600. The C5Z has shot up in value. I can easily get 21 and 23 depending on the buyer. No questions at all. That's very rare to buy a 20-year-old car and then a few years later get more for it. That's insane. COVID kind of helped that though. It kind of readjusted the market. Very, very interesting. The mods I've done, people don't really care for modifications on a Corvette, but if done tastefully, I think mine have been done well. It can help you in the margins. But like I said, the 97 2004 C5 Corvette, I think we've seen the cheapest they're gonna go, especially due to inflation. I don't think the clean title, under 100K, well taken care of. I don't think you'll see one under 15 anymore. 5-6 years, you can easily pick up a C5 in good condition for about 12. I think those days are done. Don't quote me on that. Again, there are in the margins where people will find one a really good deal, but bell curve. For a good example, base coupe, you're looking at 15 up, 06, you're looking at 20K up. And even at that price, if you're a buyer, that is an amazing value. You get pretty much the exact same platform as a C6 Corvette, but a lot more analog, if that makes sense. I'm not sure if you guys can hear the pops on the downshifts. Oh, sounds so good. Couple right there. So nice, I thought I'd stop and just kind of hang out for a second and show you the practicality and go over some other stuff about the car. As far as practicality, this thing is extremely practical. Even in the hardtop version, plenty of trunk space if you need it. Again, this is a 2-seater car. This partition is something I bought aftermarket. If that wasn't in there, you can go all the way through, so you could fit like a 6 or 8 foot piece of lumber if you needed to. Plenty of storage. A lot of guys will put a sound system right there. In the coupe version, the entire back will lift up and you have tons of room. So very easy if you want a weekend getaway or something. And this guy, very easy to do with a couple of bags, no big deal at all. As far as fuel economy, I've done a video on this as well. You can return 32 if you're careful. Not hard to do at all in this guy. It is very slippery. The motor is very under stress, so very, very easy to get amazing gas mileage. Insurance is not too bad compared to other cars in the segment. And again, the cost is very cheap. So I would say that's pretty practical as well. All right, another question that comes up quite a bit is modifications. My car is heavily modified, very loosely on the drivetrain. It does have headers, LG long tube headers, high flow X pipe, Billy Butt PRT out back. It does have the black wing intake, which that was actually done before I got the car, but everything else I did myself. I've done the brakes all the way around, the Willwoods that complement the car very well. The wheels are actually the Chinese deals, but I sanded them and painted them as gunmetal, which I love. All the lights are aftermarket, of course, front and back, laser lights in the back and down here in the corner. The night drive lights up front, which are amazing for nighttime. In the interior, we got the seats, the Amazon specials, leather wrapped console, like I said, the Viper knob, push start, the carbon fiber wheel, which I love. The door cards wrapped in leather, the 8.8 inch join 1 1/2 din, which I love because it fits the stock bezel perfectly. I know I'm missing like 40 different things, but this car is very, very easy to modify and there's no shortage of stuff to get. Even this little stubby antenna back here, I absolutely love it. The blacked out tail lights with the vent lights in the back, which are amazing. One of the next things I'm doing, I will be getting possibly the C5Z badgings. I love the font and it's super simple and I love it because it's just black and it looks really freaking cool. And it just says Z06, no annotation of C8, so that might be the way to go. But yeah, no shortage of mods for this guy. If you can think of it, you can Google it and you can get it relatively cheap. I'm sure someone makes it. Pretty cool. All right, what about routine maintenance for the C5 Corvette? If you have one, it's a good example. All of the little boogers have been rectified. Maintenance for this car, pretty easy. You can easily get away with one oil change a year depending on how you drive it. If you have a synthetic fluid you use, Mobil One 530 is just fine. You're talking every 5,000 miles. Service the trans diff fluid every 30,000 miles, and you're set. I mean, this car's 22 years old, and you never know it. Very easy to maintain. This car is a fiberglass slash plastic composite, which doesn't dent or anything, which is amazing. Any Corvette, as long as it's maintained and looked after, will look brand new as long as you keep the paint looking new. The paint's no issue at all. It looks amazing. Again, the LS platform is super easy to maintain. So maintenance for this guy, even if it's going to be your daily driver, I wouldn't stress it. But again, it is mechanical, and anything mechanical can break. Overall, maintenance, not really an issue. And again, any issue you have, simple Google search and or YouTube search, and you can rectify it pretty damn easily. And lastly, would I buy a C5 platform again? I've had the car for 3 years. I love the damn thing. A lot of aspects I like it more than my C8. Sometimes the driving dynamics are more fun. Would I buy it again? Absolutely. I think it's pretty obvious. I love this car. I built my channel around this car. I would say 90% of buyers of the C5 and or C6 are very similar. Love the platform. I don't think you can go wrong. Best bang for your buck on the market. Like for a car this old, it still gets a lot of attention, relatively. There's still a huge cult following for the C5, especially the C5Z. They are getting harder to find. I did the math on it a while ago. I think there's something like, if I was correct, about 10 to 12,000 C5Z still in circulation. So they're still there. They're harder to find. I do think the C5Z value will be going up. If you need to have a C5Z, that is. The C5 itself, there's probably something like 150,000 still in circulation. But yes, I would buy one of these things again in a heartbeat. And sometimes I'm like, man, maybe I should sell it to get another project car, but I know I will kick myself for selling this damn thing. So this might just be quasi-retirement money in 30 years. I don't know. Maybe gas would be outlawed by then. I don't know. But would I buy one again if I didn't have one right now? Would I search for one? Absolutely. 100%. This car is so fun. It's just a treat to drive. It's very easy to drive. Super easy clutch. It sounds great. Easy for traveling. It's an awesome cruiser. It can be a good track weapon for a quarter-mile car if that's what you want to do with it. But yes, I would buy it again in a heartbeat. All right, guys, that's it for today. I just thought it'd be fun to do a 3-year ownership update of the C5Z. You guys that follow the channel, I'm sure you knew the outcome of this video. I love this damn car. It's so much fun. Just different than the C8. I prefer one over the other. It depends on the day. They're both fun. This has more of a raw feeling. It's fun to just roll gears if you like a manual. But the dual clutch in C8, it's very rewarding as well. It is so nice out here, so I'm gonna go home, edit this, and enjoy my Saturday. And I think you guys should do the same, and I'll catch you guys next time. It should be a modification video for the C5. I got a couple parts in my car, just trying to find time to do it, you know what I mean? So with that being said, I'll catch you guys next time. Mark out.